Good morning. I am Coimbatore Tirumular Sittarpeedam, Sivayogi Sivarajan speaking. Now I am speaking about Shaktipat Yoga. Saint Tirumular is explaining different kinds of Shaktipat techniques. Normally, Shakti worship is prevalent in India, but the yoga is the third level. In Hindu literature, Hindu forms of worship, there are 4 levels. One Sharia, mere temple worship, that is the basic one. In Hinduism, different kinds of deities are there and different modes of worships are also there. The basic one is temple worship. So next one is Kriya worship. The third one is yogic approach, yoga and jnana, fourth one. So Shiva Yoga text Tirumandram. Tirumandram was written by Saint Tirumular. It is mainly known as a Shiva Yoga book. But Shiva and Shakti are inseparable. So he is explaining Shaktipat Yoga also. And how Shaktipat Yoga helps one yogi to attain mukti, to attain bliss. He also explains how Shiva and Shakti are different and one and the same. They are worshipped in different forms, but they are one and the same. They are the two aspects of one and the same energy. So, he is explaining in hymn 1137 that Shiva and Shakti are like flowers and smell. The sweet smell of flower is inseparable from the flower. The same way, Shiva and Shakti are present in all Atmas, all Tattvas, and in all that. They are present in 2 dimensions, just like a flower and smell. So, if one equally understands the importance of Shakti also, and equally understands Shiva energy and Shakti energy is inseparable, and then only the yogi will become enlightened. He says, மருவத்த மங்கையும் தானும் உடனே உருவத்து நின்றமை ஒன்றும் உணரார் கருவத்து நின்று கலக்கின போது திருவத்த சிந்தை வைத்து எந்தை நின்றானே. When the yogi understands and Shiva and Shakti are inseparable, then only he becomes full-fledged and he gets a revelation of jnana. Because Shiva is potential energy and Parashakti is kinetic energy. And both together only enlightenment can be caused. This is in Tamil, the number 8 and number 2. 8 plus 2 equal to 10. So the number 8 is represented by the letter A. And number 2 is represented by letter 2. And when both are totaled, 10, Ya is the letter referring 10. In Saiva Siddhanta philosophy, Ya refers Atman. So the Atman becomes full-fledged jnani only when the Shiva energy and the Shakti energy merges together. And when the Shiva and Shakti energy merges, then only bliss will be experienced by the yogi. Moreover, he says, in all the adharas, 6 adharas, the Parashakti is present. So, Tirumular calls her a Sadadari. Sadadari means present in 6 adharas. So, she is the energy present in the 6 adharas. When the adharas are activated, the energy goes around the adharas and she is called Sadadari. And also that she shines as 16 kalas in yogi's bride. So in Shiva Yoga or any type of yoga, The activation of Adharas are very, very important. When only you activate the Adharas, then only the energy, the Kundalini will pass through the Adhara. Kundalini rising calls many persons as conducting Kundalini rising training, etc. If once Adharas are not upward, if the Adharas are not activated, Kundalini cannot pass through it. So some yogis misdirect the students, saying that by mere touch they are raising the Kundalini without any preparation. A raw man, without knowing Sarya Kriya or anything, his Kundalini cannot be aroused by any yogi or Siddha. First, the preparatory steps are necessary, and the preparatory step, what we call chakra activation. Without that activation, Kundalini cannot pass through the Adharas. So, if anyone wants to raise the Kundalini potential energy, Bala Parameswari, she is termed as Bala Parameswari. She is a potential energy. She is compared to a girl below 10 years. This infant energy should grow and pass through the chakras. Then only she will become yoginis of different types. For that, the Adharas should be activated, but in these Adharas, this Parasakti is present. So, she is called Sadadari. In Tamil Nadu, people used to worship, ladies used to worship Kuttu Vilakku. That is at the time of this time, dusk and dawn. They light up some 2.5 feet this lamp. This lamp's design will be in such a way that it represents 6 Adharas. And the lamp will be lit in the area of Ajna. If a housewife sits before that lamp, the lamp will come parallel to the Ajna of the housewife. And when she does prays or chants mantras or conducts meditation, the 6 Adharas in the practitioner will be activated. So this is speaking of the 6 Adharas and the Parasakti present in the Adharas of man. She is present in the yogi as 6 Adharas and 51 letters. If only a yogi activates and he realizes, gets to know of the 51 letters, then only it will merge and become Omkara Nada. The total of all 51 sounds is Omkar. Omkara is Nada. Basically, this is the Parasakti energy. The yogi crosses one Adhara to another and the Kundalini rises, and finally all the letters present in the Adharas merge together and become Nada, the final creative energy. When the Atma reaches this stage, he also becomes one with Shiva, and he transcends the ocean of best and this. This is explained by Tirumular in hymn 1138. He also says, when the energy passes the 6 Adharas and reaches Sahasrara, then the 16 Kalas of Chandra Kalas, that is moon Kalas, 16 in number, they start shining. At the merger of the culmination of yoga, the Agni Kalas 10 will be absorbed by Surya Kalas 12, and finally the Chandra Kalas 16 merge with absorb the 12 Surya Kalas, and they start shining. And the chemical reaction goes on in the brain of the yogi. And 144 triangles are formed in his Guru Mandala. And a change is happening when the yogi becomes full-fledged. The 16 Kalas shine, and the 16 principles or these Parasakti principles shine there. And in the it starts with the Aharam and finally ends in Purnamirda. Purnamirda. When the 16th Kala, 1 to 16 Kala start shining, they stand for Jnana and patience. He overtakes anger. When the Kundalini Parashakti enters the Chandra Mandala. She becomes a shining and a cool energy. And then only when the 16 Kalas merge finally, she enters the Shivabadam. Shivabadam and the melatonin secretion comes only after the shining of the 16 Chandra Kalas. So, this is present in Shiva Yoga as well as in Shakti Yoga. So, the yogi is in the higher level, and the temple worship and other worships are only primary, and the yogi reaches this and gets the experience and becomes one with the final energy Shiva. That's why the Shaktipat Yoga helps one to merge with Shiva. This he explains, Chindayin Ulle Tiriyum Shiva Shakti, Vinduvum Nadavum Aye Virindanal, Chandra Bhumi, Shadadari, Shatavi, Attamadu Adiyadu Am Vannattale. So, she is Shadadari means she is present in the 6 Adaras, and he enters in Chandra Bhumi, lunar world, the 16 Kalas shine. These are the culmination of Shaktipat Yoga. Not only in Shaktipat Yoga, finally this should happen in any yoga. That is explained by Tirumular in the Shaktipat portion of Tirumandaram. I am giving a practical training how to activate the Adharas and make it to chakras, and then Kundalini rises, and how these 16 Kalas merge, the Agni Galas merges with Surya Gala, and Surya Gala merges with the Chandra Gala, and finally one becomes Jnani, full-fledged Jnani. Only Jnani is eligible for Mukti. These are the practical training program. Those who want, contact me. Thank you.